Alright, phase one of this whole process is going to be creating a quick and easy hold, nothing crazy. I've got here on my concept board this gentle little sloper. It's going to be comparable in size to this edge, but a little bit longer, probably narrower, and a little bit thicker if I can help it. So that's what we got going on. I've got a couple of these pieces here for my my reference already. I'm going to try and keep to this same style, but we're going to do a little more of a sloper this time. Maybe look more like this with the edges. We'll see. Start with the block. I've got it cut down to about the size I want to go with. Just dry green floral foam, like you put plastic flowers in. I'm working on a flat sandpaper surface, so that way at any point I can stand on the back side of it, get it back down to a flat state. But I need to keep at least one edge flat, the back edge flat, so it bolts up straight to the wall. Any kind of, or even so it casts correctly. If this were to be concave or anything like that, you're going to allow silicone to seep in underneath, and it's going to ruin the mold, make it considerably difficult to save it. I've got a little saw that I use to cut the basic shape, and I got some sandpaper that will rough it out. And that's the basics of it. So we're going to go ahead and go back to that shape and keep working it, keep looking at that concept board. So I'm going to take some corners off. I'm going to go ahead and run that across there. Hit it again. The whole thing's going to slope back a bit, so we're going to go ahead and take that off now. Get a feel for it. Go ahead and take it off. I want it to curve all the way back into the wall. Some of these pieces we can use again. I doubt it, but you know, I'm probably gonna throw all this away. The original block that I cut off of the main piece, this other half, I could probably use this again. There's no reason not to keep that, but most of this other junk I'm just gonna throw it away. Again, we're making a sloper, so I'm gonna take it all back. This side back here, really, I'm not planning on using it for anything, so I will make sure that it's a nice angle back into the wall. Knowing my setters, they'll flip it over anyways. Make it a pain in the butt to hang on to. That back nice and flat. Yep. Kind of like where that's headed. This is just a basic block shape here. This isn't, we're not going for the geometric, we're going to smooth it down obviously, but this is just a basic block shape. Just getting an idea how we want it to feel at this point. The next video we'll go into detailing and getting some final edges in it. My concept had this kind of narrowed down out here, so we're going to go ahead and, I like that idea. We'll take it back down. It kind of looks like a giant computer mouse. Like that. I want it to be more sloped. So this edge is going to be kind of there. Might want a little more up there. So you're looking for what you feel it out. Try to imagine what it's going to be like on the wall. I want this one to be pretty ambiguous. I want it to be for either side of the hand, or either hand, left or right. So I'm going to try and avoid any strong details to either side. You might want to put a cool ink cut on one side or some sweet detail, but all of a sudden it's like a right hand only or left hand only. I kind of like that. I think it's a little taller than what I was looking for. So I'm going to cut it down the front. and down the top. Trying to keep with the narrow profiles that most of my other holds have right now. For our early holds, we really want to keep the narrow ones. They're easy to make, and they're cheap to pump out. You can make a dozen of these for nothing, and you can learn really trial and error and learn the basics without dumping a bunch of money into silicone and resin, polyurethane. You can figure it out here in the basic stages. I kind of like that. Put a little more off, and then we'll probably start sanding it. Yep. I've got this roll of sandpaper, emery cloth, I think is one of the terms. I can also sand on the back side of my workspace too. So I'm going to start that. And that's good for some of the big stuff I know I got to change up. Got mosquitoes sneaking out on me. Boy, it's January. I don't know why I got mosquitoes in here. These guys. All right. All right, make sure you sand that edge back, all the way back to that flat, corner it out. You don't want to leave that little bump or a rise in it. So you've got all this all these down to a point. So you can see a little edge right here where it wraps up a little bit. I really don't want that. I'm not really trying to make a pinch. I suppose you could pinch it. You could do a lot of things with it. But really wants that slope. All right, I've decided this piece down here is okay. I would rather it come back in a bit more than it does. So I'm going to take a bunch of it off. Alright, I think I like that a bit more. Nice, good, generic shape. It's pretty ambidextrous. You see we still got some rough edges from the saw cut. Round that out. Take down that high point. Like that. It's a little bit more positive than I want, so I'm going to take some off. I've already got a bunch of positive trims. I don't need any positive trims. I need some trash. I have some really big slopers I'm working on right now. I'd kind of like this to accent those. All right, I kind of like that. On a wall, it's going to be kind of a pain to hang on to. It's a lot less positive than this. I think I like that. On the back a little bit. Alright. I think that's our generic shape. I think that's step one. I think I'm okay with that. Real basic shape right there. Not going anything super complicated, or just kind of keep it simple. Get our concept fleshed out, and make sure we're on the right track. I think I'm okay with that. All right, we'll go on to the next step. We're going to go into detail. We'll see you in a bit.